receive guests. Hey everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. It's Friday. Hi everybody. Hello. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Friday. Let's see. Make sure you guys can hear me. Hey everybody, how are you doing? It's Friday. I'm letting people kind of filter in. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. I figure what better way to spend Valentine's Day than a couple of hours bringing through the love of spirit. I am good. I had a great workshop this past weekend, and I've just taken this week to kind of process things, integrate new information, and so I finally popped back up on your lives, your For Yous, hopefully together. How has everybody's week been? How is your Valentine's going? Even if you don't have a romantic partner, I hope you're showing yourself some self-love today, some self-care. I'm getting an eye twitch, so that lets me know spirit is nearby. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I'm going to keep doing these. These might become just weekly. I'm still just feeling it out. I'm pretty set on this time slot. I think 3 to 5 has been working kind of okay. But I also kind of like to keep the algorithm on its toes too. I did go in and make sure to try to change like anything that was filtering comments. So I'm hoping that's not a problem today. And what else was I gonna say? I'm still just kind of as spirit leads me, you know, as far as what days. But I'd like to say at least once a week, because what I'm doing on the back end is updating my website to get my mediumship readings going. And then if you don't happen to catch a free live reading, then you can always book with me. So let me reintroduce myself again if you haven't been here before. My name is April Wall. I am a psychic medium. I have been for all of my life, and I'm in my 40s now. And those 4 decades have been me kind of rediscovering a lot of things about myself, working through a lot of garbage that was put on me to unremember myself, if that makes sense. But anyway, here I am. I've been on TikTok for the last 4 or 5 years, and I focused more on my psychic stuff, on tarot card readings, tea leaves, crystal ball readings. I have a ton of old videos on that, and I was approached by a publisher, and I have 3 books that have since come out, so that kind of pulled me away from doing some of these other things. I've got a book called Reading Tarot, Reading Tea Leaves, and Deciphering Angel Numbers. And Deciphering Angel Numbers I really did enjoy. And it's coming out in paperback. For those of you who don't really love a hardcover, that's coming out in April. But at the beginning of this year, my spirit guides came to me and said, listen, especially here in the States, things are scary and chaotic, and there's a lot of uncertainty. And so mediums kind of stand in the gap, so to speak, and just kind of serve as a reminder that we are all connected, and that love connects us, and regardless of what hateful things may be going on, that can never be broken. And so I've been pushed to practice and get a little bit better with my mediumship, so that I can, you know, help others. And so that's what I'm here to do. And really, happy Valentine's Day again, everybody. If you're interested in a reading, I just ask for your first name. I may be playing around with a couple of techniques today. I have a tendency to just try to start with what I get, and we'll see who pops in. But if there's, once we're in the reading, if there's somebody, you know, we haven't brought through yet, or you're really wanting to hear from, just with their first name, you know, I'll see if I can tune in and see what we get. All right, let me see. All right, so Amelia, okay. I saw you first, so I'm gonna go to Amelia first. I don't have a list, guys. I'm just going to where spirit kind of pulls me. So I will say that while you're in this room, while you're watching other people get readings, don't be surprised if some of the things I say sound like something your loved one would say, or the message is something you're needing to hear. That's the intelligence of spirit. They know there's only one of me. There's so many of you. And so if you're not read individually, still keep an ear out. It's kind of like a wink from heaven. It's what we call postcards, spirits piggybacking. And, you know, sometimes I pick someone and the spirit person that comes in may be for someone else entirely. So I try to figure it out. I appreciate how kind you've all been. You've been very patient with me, and you've been great. And again, I thought particularly today would be a great day to reach out and hear from our loved ones, because regardless of time and space and our physical bodies, love endures and remains. And so that's why they're never really gone from us. So I did see Amelia first. So Amelia, are you still good for a reading? Yes, okay, good. And guys, once I am reading with someone, if we could, you know, try to just hold the comments, send hearts. Also, reach out to your own loved ones during this time. Say a prayer, sit in meditation, just close your eyes, just think of them. The highest vibration is love and gratitude. And so this whole process is like the medium is just this go-between. And so there's you, and then there's spirit. And spirit doesn't have this physical body to slow them down anymore. So their vibration is quicker. And then we're here in the physical. We're still spirit. We're just now sitting in this human body. So things tend, it has to go through all this solid type stuff, you know, to get there. So if we can raise our vibes a little bit with love and good feelings and gratitude and just in thinking of those good memories, they kind of bring their frequency down a little bit, and hopefully we meet in the middle. So Amelia, as I am asking my guides to gather your loved ones close, I ask that you do the same in your mind and heart. Simply close your eyes, take a deep breath, think of those who you'd love to hear from. Do be open to others that may come. We're not necessarily greeted all the time by our family or, you know, by blood. We have friends, we have people we have met that we've made an impact on. So just be open at who may come through, and they may start the contact and then bring others through as well. Spirit, I ask, who is here for Amelia today? May I first want to ask, and this is rare for me to kind of get animals, but do you have a dog that has passed into spirit? Because I get an animal so quickly. Somebody very, and I say somebody because their spirit is very, is coming through very clearly. And even with animals, we still connect on an energetic level. Okay, let's see where this is going. Is there someone when you were a child you would have visited and they had a dog, though, that you always played with? Just getting this dark, like a black and a brown, a lot of hair, would have been real loving. And I'm wondering if this animal is connected to somebody that's coming through for you. Okay. I'm getting a pain right in the top of my head. This person that, am I right with, you would have spent time with this person in your childhood? Is this like a grandparent? Hi everybody, happy Valentine's Day. Yes, okay. I just feel a lot of like good memories. Is this somewhere did you visit on the weekends or like during the summer? Because it feels like those were kind of formative years for you, like where you really, there seems to be some really good memories there. And I think they're just bringing those through for me at first just to make this connection so you'll know who this is. And there is like a lot of love there. During the summer. Okay. Were both your grandparents? Was this something for both? Because I don't have one person in particular stepping forward yet. And it's funny because they're giving me like this very picturesque, almost movie type thing. You know, you watch movies and people would go spend summers with their grandparents and they've got this great farmhouse and the dog and just like life was a little bit slower and the focus was on you a little bit more. Let's make sure I'm not missing you here, Amelia. Okay. Yeah, I would consider that. So, was it just one chicken or? Because that's rare. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. And was it just him alone? You would just go visit? Okay. All right. So that, yes. And yeah, the chocolate coloring is accurate. Okay. So that dog then for him would be passed now, I would assume. Because they're definitely together. They're showing up together. I feel like now that we kind of know that this is your grandfather, he's stepping forward that much closer. He seems very proud of you about something that you've just recently done. I know many times mediums say, oh, they're proud of you, which they are. But this feels like something that's just happened recently. It's like, oh, he's kind of got his chest out. He's beaming. He's like, yeah, that's my grandbaby. That's my baby girl. Like, look at what she's doing. I feel like some type of accomplishment. You've just finished something, some type of accomplishment or achievement. He's wanting to. I feel like he's bringing my attention that there's something you're like worrying about, that he wants to take off your shoulders. Like there's something you're going over and over and over again in your mind. Awesome. Okay. So are you graduating here in a few months this year in May, June? Awesome. Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, and thank you everybody. Yeah, let's clap it up for her. That is a big deal. I see why he's a proud grandpa. I feel like I see him handing you flowers. So, I mean, that could just be symbolic of know that he's going to be there to see you cross the stage and get your diploma. And so he's using this opportunity to say, here are your flowers. Here are the things I would have done for you if I was there in the physical. But he is certainly there seeing you do this. And he's very, very proud. And I can see that you're going to go, this is a good path for you, and you really have an aptitude for this and a heart for service and for helping others. And this is obviously just the beginning of your life for you, but I really see like your career opening up. It's really good what you've done. So have you been, is something you're concerned about? And, you know, and I don't know, just anxiety in general, but is it connected with this? You know, like what are your next steps? What are you doing? Like, what will you be able to do in the world? Because he just comes through so clearly, like you've got it. Don't worry about it. Take it one step at a time. And I think he's trying to help guide your steps as well. He feels like somebody who would have been, you know, protective of you as a child, but in a way that, like, I feel like he lets you figure things out on your own. But he was always kind of watching. He still knew what was happening. And so I feel like he's still kind of taking that tack with you now. You're making your choices, and he's just watching. Okay. I call it that you have to take the national exam. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I just feel like he's saying, piece of cake. Piece of cake. Well, that's easy for you to say, Grandpa. You're not taking the test, you know. But as long as you're studying and putting in, you know, going into healthcare and things like that, don't be deterred, because you know, it's a tough road, and you're dealing with people and you're dealing with their health. But I feel like this is a real calling for you, and that you have a real gift to do it. And I love it. Today is Valentine's Day. I see you all in the comments hyping her up, and that's good. Because I think your grandfather has just come through today to let you know how proud he is. How long has he been gone? Is it just in the last, like, I want to say 5 years, but, you know, I don't know if it's... Okay. With his passing, was there something like sudden about it? Did he, because I'm just trying to place this pain that I have right in the top of my head. That just felt very, so I don't know if he suffered a stroke or an aneurysm, or maybe none of it, and that it could be my own sinuses. So I was just, okay, well, that would make perfect sense of why I've got pain in my head. Okay. Yeah, okay. He does want to let you know too, Amelia, that he wants you to release any of that guilt that you may have that you didn't get there. Many times, even when our loved ones pass in what is seemingly an accident, you know, our time and place of departure are kind of fixed. And before we even incarnate into this life, we have a say in kind of what, you know, what body we're coming into, what family we're coming into, what lessons we're trying to learn. Now, we have free will while we're here, and we forget all that stuff while we're here, so that we do make honest choices. But he's letting me know he's fine with the way that happened, and he's also okay not being somebody who got sick and then like languished for a long time. You know, that to me, that doesn't seem his temperament, that he was okay with something quick. And he doesn't want you to feel guilty that He knows how much you love him. He knows how much you loved him. That was not in question. There was nothing left unsaid between you two. I understand that. I will say this. I keep getting this image of like a mirror. So you may think, and I don't know if it's happened, but it feels like it's more in the future because I feel like it's still more tied around to your graduation. But don't be surprised if you think just for a split second, you're just checking out your set, making sure you look good for the day or whatever, and you just, out of the corner of your eye, and for some reason a mirror is coming to me, and you just feel like I know that wasn't my grandfather, like there's no way that was him. But I feel like he's gonna attempt to like show himself to you. Also, pay attention to the photos that are taken that day, because I believe he's going to try to kind of prove to you that he's there. So there may be those light flares or orbs. It'll be something that'll really stand out, not just some random fleck or whatever. And you won't have to read into the photo. It'll be very clear. So he's just very, very proud. Your mom. Okay, Amelia, is this grandfather, is he your mother's father? Or is this on your dad's side? Okay, yeah, that felt separate. So your mom has passed. Can I have her first name, please? If you're okay with that. Okay. See if I can ask your grandfather to kind of step back a little bit and bring your mom forward. With your mom, Amelia, did she... I'm trying to think how to, I just want to ask this because it is a public forum. Did she have some personal struggles in her life? Okay. Because the reason why I say that is because she felt reluctant to come forward for me, and that normally is, feeling remorseful. I feel like things may have been very chaotic for you due to her choices, and she's very sorry for that. What happens when we cross over is that we all go through this life review. And not only do you see the scenes of your life replayed, but you will take the place of all of these people that you affect. So she can feel, oh, when I did this to this person, oh, that's how they felt. And so that's where healing comes from for us on the other side, is that you start to get that whole picture. And you see the things that you did, and you also experience the things that were done to you, and it just brings the whole puzzle together. And so she was able to kind of experience how her choices affected those around her. Do you have siblings? Okay. I'll just tell you guys, before I came in to do the live today, because it is Valentine's Day, I set the intention for this session that real healing can occur and that love is felt by whoever I read for today. And I try to, not get emotional, but you say I'm not doing a great job of that. This is so important for you to hear today. It's so important for you to pass this along to your sister as well. She is healed on the other side, and still in all, I feel she is healing. And the greatest gift she can give you today, and that's what she's wanting to do, and that's why she kind of, it breaks my heart for her. She's good. She wants you to know that, and I want you to know that. She is good. But yeah, she still had those emotions tied around her of feeling like, she wasn't the mother you fully needed. She couldn't fully be that for you and your sister. And there's nothing but love coming from her for you. And she's saying that she's grateful for you. She's grateful for the role that you played in her life. And she's so grateful that you still have so much love for her. And I feel like even for a child to kind of, you had like an understanding. Yes. And it was, and that's just, she just wants to kind of get all that stuff out. Like she knows it's shaped who you are now. But, this is very interesting. I'm just trying to sit with her energy. Yeah, your mom had some struggles, and I know this. My own father, I lost him when I was 6, and he also dealt with alcoholism. And, that's a lot of self-medicating that people do. No one wants to do that. They don't want to turn that route, but they have a lot of demons that sometimes they don't know how to deal with any other way. And I just hear her saying, look at you. Look at the woman you're becoming, the role model you've been for your sister, that despite all of these issues from your childhood, from I feel like maybe both of your parents that haven't made it the easiest walk for you, look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. And she loves that about you. That's what I'm saying, that how understanding as a child to a parent you were to her. She's forever grateful for that. Forever grateful for the child that she had, the heart that you have. And it comes full circle again about healthcare and helping others. You almost have no other option, because this is just the kind of person you are. And so it goes without saying, she is incredibly proud. She does love you. Grandpa, is going to get a little elbowed because mom's going to be there. All these people will be there. They always, and they also, and you will continue, you did help your mom, and you will continue to help her in the life that you continue to live. Because not only are they a part of our lives, they see our lives, but spirit on the other side can also still learn lessons from what we do. So the life that you lead and the way that you can do it in a healthier way, that if you deal with things through therapy or, just in a different way, it's showing and teaching lessons even back generations. We always talk about cycles we can end, which you are, and that affects generations to come. But there's also healing that goes back up the family line. So, I am just so grateful that you let me read for you today, because I think you really needed this. And I think you're an incredible, incredible soul. And your mother and your grandfather are proud of you and love you. And your mom just, it's without words, because it just is feelings that she's impressing upon me, that she was incredibly blessed with the kids she had. And so I thank you, and I thank her and your grandfather, because they came through and did a brilliant job. And I feel like a weight is kind of lifted off of you, because you are somebody, just like with your grandfather. It's just so clear what kind of soul that you are. That's what more else can I do? What I want to help. How do I do this? And it's a beautiful thing. You're let me see. Okay. Yeah, your mom and those souls, they're around her, but also, especially with miscarriages, sometimes they've already reincarnated and they come back within the family too. So her soul is at peace now. She, again, the way they impress it upon me, she is healed, but continuing to heal, and so proud, so excited about the journey you're about to set on in this part of your life. So it's no accident you were in here today and you got a reading today. I hope this was helpful for you. Really beautiful. Your energy is beautiful, and you're going to go out and do major things. And as somebody who has kids around your age, a little bit older, I'm just, on behalf of your mom, incredibly proud of you. And she just says, I love you so much, and just keep doing these great things that you're doing, because you're going to help so many people. And just so much gratitude for you. And I know that seems funny, but as your parent, but she's very thankful. Thank you again, Amelia. I hope this was good. That was incredibly touching. Just to kind of feel these emotions coming through, and for your mom to kind of get that stuff out, because she so was kind of hiding in the wings, so to speak, and you're just, there's no need to worry about it, because you're just so open and loving and understanding for her. So you're great. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day. Congratulations. Keep up with me. I want to, as I do lives and stuff, pop in. I want to hear what you're doing next, because that's really incredible. Your mom is so close to me. I just feel like I'm the proud mama. Like, look at what my girl's doing. She's out here. She's, doing it. Okay, guys. So it's really cold here today, and I thought, oh, that's going to be good, because I don't know if you've caught any of my other lives, but I come into a room and I shut the door, and I've had to have the air on and stuff. And I thought, well, it's because it's warmer outside too. No, when I get working with spirit, so I'm like, y'all don't need to shoot up my blood pressure or anything, I just, I need to connect. I don't need to spontaneously combust. All right, so let me kind of reset. That was really, thank you. I'm not going to get on here and cry in front of you guys, but it truly is beautiful what spirit does on the daily, by minute. And if we'll only allow ourselves to be open and believe, that's the only thing that holds us back. They only want for our best. It's just love and peace, and no, physical death does not separate that bond. It does not kill love. The hateful things that go on in the world, it doesn't. So just to sit here today and set that intention, and then Amelia be the first, and just beautiful. And I just think so important a message. Thank you, Spirit. I'm always grateful for what they come in and do. Again, my name is April Wall. I'm a psychic medium doing the free readings here. If you're interested, all you need to do is give me your first name. I did recently go to a workshop this past weekend, and so I've got some different techniques. I may ask for a first name, especially if there's somebody in particular, because sometimes the first spirit person that comes through is there to bring someone else through, or, there's things going on. So I'm trying to do different techniques and what I'm doing, and just pushing at just trying to, I'm being vulnerable with you guys, just trying to let you know. So this stuff scares me sometimes, not spirit, but in these circles, just my human gets scared. I know me on my higher self plane, and as a soul, I'm good. But as April that turns this camera on, terrified sometimes. So, and you guys have been very supportive and lovely, and I appreciate that. All right, so if you're interested in reading, just put your first name in the comments. So far with Amelia, that worked well. Eventually, I am going to try to, let people come on and we'll, go on screen together. You don't have to be on camera. Just hearing your voice is fine. But I'm going to, for the rest of today, just still do the comments. Okay. All right, let me see who I feel is next. That was my neck. Okay, Melody. Did I see Melody? Melody, yeah, okay. So, Melody, are you good? You ready for a reading? And guys, while I'm reading for Melody, just if you keep your comments to a minimum, because as you can tell, I'm not really looking at the screen a whole lot. I'm trying to keep things from distracting me. So however many people are in here, little things that come on, I appreciate if you want to share this, like it, and heart it, and do all the dupes. I'm going to try to get better at all this stuff, and, I may need moderators in the future, but I think it's doing fine right now. So Melody, I'm going to ask that you do the same that I'm doing. Ask your loved ones in spirit to gather close to you now. Just think about them. Think about memories you have with them. Send them love. Send them gratitude for the roles that they've played in your life. And again, I just ask that you're open, that friends, acquaintances, whomever may need to come through and give you a reading and a message today, you're just open for that. So come close now. Friends, Melody's loved ones, who's here for, who has messages for her today on this Valentine's Day. I just feel extra kind of ooey gooey in the love vibes today, guys, because it is a gorgeous thing. I'm going to tell you immediately, I have my eyes closed and I'm kind of going through my thing, but as I opened my eyes, it was like it took my eyes a while to kind of come back to focus. So I don't know if there's somebody who passed that had an issue with their vision. Either their actual vision or not seeing clearly. And that could mean physically, or someone who may have had maybe mental health issues and just, trying to focus and have clarity may have been an issue they had. Okay. So I'm with Melody right now, everybody. Who's here for Melody? I feel like I have a woman with me. And I feel like I'm just getting a profile, but it felt like kind of longer hair, maybe, shoulder length. It feels curly or wavy, maybe not in, full blonde, but kind of that, maybe an ashy blonde or... Okay, you're good, Melody. You just see how this continues to... Do you have someone, I feel like this person would be on, I always say kind of an equal level. So I see that as somebody who's like a sister, a friend, a cousin, you know, kind of around the same age as us, maybe no more than about 10 years older. Because I'm not sure that this is a relative so much as it's a friend or some type of an acquaintance, a coworker. That it's feeling more that way. Who is this that's popping in? Because the more I keep trying to get information from them, the more it's like a little, it's almost playful in a way, and I feel like they're saying like this, she's not going to expect who this is. So you got to tell me some more about you. Is this ringing any bells for you, Melody? Because I also have to be careful when I'm in a group like this. Sometimes I'm picking up other people, but they are right. You don't know who this is. I just feel like I'm getting pulled to work. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to go with where I feel like what she's telling me. And then we may press on and see if there's somebody else that is closer to you. But it's odd, and I've never really had this before, but this feels like somebody who knows you and knows of you, but you may not have known. Okay, I'm just going to give you what I got. Do you work somewhere where they've ever talked about the place being haunted? Or, and if it's not where you work now, ever, I swear it feels like somehow, this is odd to describe, so it's like, she knows of you, and you may not know entirely of her, and so I don't know if it's somebody you worked with and then she passed, and you guys hadn't really formed a friendship or whatever, and you may have heard of her passing, but it wasn't that close. See if you've answered any of that, because I know this is pretty odd. And it's almost like, and I know it's going to sound creepy, but it does. She feels like somebody who I think is just popping in because you're sitting in front of a medium. And so spirits will take that opportunity to just at random. So I don't know if you visited somewhere that is haunted, and not that she's haunting you and you don't have an attachment. None of this is evil or anything like that. I don't want you to feel that way. But, and this may just be something, just consider it. Maybe later, maybe over the weekend, you'll go, that's right, I took a tour of somewhere, or my friend calls me up and reminds me, yeah, remember that one time? I feel like she somehow saw you somewhere and is just kind of attached and just used this opportunity to come through and say, hey, okay. Is it something like cleaning a building or something, or like the building at night is empty? Because it feels like she could watch what was going on. And maybe that is, if you had this impression, I think the spirit woman is trying to let you know, yeah, you weren't crazy. There was somebody around. Because, yeah, I'd like to know why did you say that? Like, was there stuff that would happen overnight? Yeah, and she's a lovely person. A sweet energy. There's nothing, you know, there's nothing to be scared of or anything like that. I just think she's taking this opportunity to kind of pop in. So, do you kind of have that ability to sense when things are going on too? Because that could be another message for you that, yeah, you're not crazy. You kind of have these turned up abilities. Hey, everybody. Okay, well, that makes sense then why she would come through. I think she is trying to let you know. And that's what I'm saying. It's kind of almost playful. And for you to be able to smell, and yeah, you have some abilities yourself that if you didn't, you couldn't pick up on some of these things. So, no, you're not crazy. That is so crazy. Trying to see if I could get a name or anything. So this is something you feel like is going on in your home right now? Because there's definitely a connection, yeah, to a building. Okay. Yeah, and it's like she's just enjoying watching, basically you kind of live out your life and stuff. Like I hear her saying like, don't worry, you know, I'm like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I'm not here to, I think she had a special place in her heart for this place. I don't know if she lived there or, you know, we put up buildings, but the land has always been there. Sometimes a spirit, if they passed even close by, if something, they get kind of attached to certain spots, and she really likes your energy, and you have the ability to know that she's around, so that's why she's kind of coming through. You know, other people can live in homes, and some are famously haunted, and some people move in and they'll go, nothing ever happened in this house. Well, it's because you weren't picking it up. You know, you kind of have to have things, you know, you have to kind of be in tune. So just because somebody doesn't pick it up doesn't mean it wasn't there. So you have this ability, and she's kind of doing that, coming through. And it's exciting for her because, you know, hey, you can recognize somebody's there. So, you know, she doesn't want to scare you or anything like that. Just be aware that she's kind of there. And I want to say, there's like an S name connection. So if you happen to come across any, you know, you do any kind of digging on your home or anything like that and look up records and know if anybody passed there or something, I feel like there's an S name connection with her. But I'm going to ask her to kind of step to the side. She's a lovely energy, but let's see who else is here for Melody. I immediately could see like 2 little feet, like just, and all I can see, all I'm focused on is like these 2 little white shoes, like that you would dress a little girl in for church, you know, little patent leather white. If there's not a child for you in spirit, someone you would have known that passed as a child, then sometimes they'll bring me back to your childhood. Melody, are you still with me? And guys, I'm seeing something. I don't know what you were saying about donating or... It must be... Okay. So you don't have... Yeah, and I get distinctly it's like a girl. Was church big for you as a child? Because they're intentional with what they show me. So I know there's some connection and... Like, I don't, you know, I know, you know, if you grew up Catholic, you know, communion and being, what is that you go through as a Catholic when you're young? That I can't remember the word of now. I hardly went to church. All right, that may be a connection I'm making with that kind of look. It's going to bug me now about what the word is, but yeah, confirmation. Okay. All right, Melody, let's see. Why are they showing me that? Melody, this is really, it's interesting how it's centered kind of around you. So I don't know if this message today is for you to kind of maybe explore more into your own abilities. Because going back to your childhood, do you remember at this time or not? Like, did you have an imaginary friend that you spent a lot of time with? Let's see what other... Okay, would be older. Little white shoes. Making a note for myself to see what that symbol is going to end up being. All right. All right. Where are her spirit people? I think the message is coming through before the person giving it is, because they really are impressing this thing like, well, whether she remembers it or not, and a lot of times what you guys may not know is an imaginary friend, was spirit. And when we're more open as kids, we don't question things. And so we just think it's a little playmate or something. And 9 times out of 10, it's a spirit person that comes through and we, have all this playtime with and stuff. Melody, to try to tune into possibly, they're there. It's just me making the connection. Can you give me the first name of somebody that you're wanting to really hear from today? Make a note of that too. That may come up in someone else's reading as well. Okay, is that 3 different people? Or are we talking about first and last name of the first one? Okay, we were big on it now. So is it 3 different people then? Yeah, 4 people. Okay. I come from a family that were big on nicknames. So let me just try to zero in on one. Okay, you had said 4 different people, but Donna, Tadpole, Skeeters. Would these people, like, if they knew you were doing this now, would this be funny to them? Like, I just got skepticism. I just got like, okay, sorry, through. I'm like, now, I don't, I thought, well, maybe Skeeters is 2 people. Hey, I'm not going to question you. You know your people better than me. But would this be funny to them? Like, because I feel like, I don't know if they would have been into this in the living. Yeah. So I'm assuming then, Melody, you had a nickname too. Because I feel like they're trying to give it to me and I can't. They're like, hey, caller. They're like, don't just put our nicknames out there. That's the vibe. That is the vibe. Because I just get like a lot of like laughing and just, but like really Like when they party, they do it up, right? Like this ain't just a little like, let's get together, for a little light wine and cheese. I mean, these people like, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Let's go all the way. Okay. So I feel like these, like I said earlier, to the other, like something on an equal level or something. So I feel friends or cousins or siblings, like this doesn't feel like older relatives to me. Yeah, and I feel like they're going out like, there's like group activities happening for sure. Like, they'd be a fun group of people to get into trouble with. You know what I'm saying? Like the right kind of trouble. It wasn't going to be a dull moment with them, and it still isn't. And they're like, hey, don't try to hurry up. You don't need to join us now. But yeah, that they're doing good. And you don't stop, being who you are on the other side. Like personality wise, I'm finding that it's just more magnified. Okay, siblings. Are you the only one left? Or is there one other? Did y'all wear mama and daddy out? Like just with the hijinks and stuff y'all got up to? Okay, only one left. Because are you the baby though? Because it's like they want to circle and highlight that you're special and kind of set apart, and not just because you're still the only one here. Okay, you are the baby. Okay, so they're like, okay, it's good when you kind of really fully make that connection. And because I just feel now their kind of energy towards you. And they're like, listen, we're the older siblings anyway. You knew we were always going to do shit before you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it ain't your time yet. And we know you miss us. And we miss you. We have a good damn time. And we're going to have a hell of a party and a celebration when you do come. But it ain't no time soon. And it's like they're... Is there a big age gap? Like, I just feel like they really do kind of... I don't know. I feel like they do baby you. Like, they do want to take care of you and protect you. Are mom and dad still here? Because I feel like there's something they were wanting to thank you for, what you did for the parents. Okay. Did they all kind of, because they're wanting me to thank you. And I can sense and feel that kind of ache, just making the connection with you, that all my people are there. And girl, I can sympathize with that. I could, honest to God, I have more people on the other side than I have here. And it sometimes I go, I want to call so-and-so, and I can't, Oh, don't cry. I'm making everybody cry today. I hope it's good. I hope it's good tears. Because it's Valentine's Day, you guys, and all the little hearts. Yeah, and I'm just so grateful for Spirit, because I love that. Now I'm getting Sally. So for your ghost girl or whatever, so just write that down, jot that down, and see if something doesn't come into that. I know she came through first, and that's why we question as mediums, like, oh, why are we getting this kind of random spirit that may be attached to you, but it all kind of works and things. And so I think that's important too, though, to come through and tell you about what you can pick up, because I feel like your siblings especially let you know all the damn time. Did one of them smoke or a couple of them smoke? Because Sally may not be the smoker that you're smelling. And they don't want you sad. They don't. They were, man, I'm jealous. Melody, I'm jealous because your people seem cool as hell. They seem like good people who had your back. You know what I'm saying? That what we lack a lot nowadays, and hell, I have it in my own family, like where you don't have that closeness that you want, but your crew had it. Okay, yeah, I think you picking up on your siblings and they are all around you and all the time, and like, you know, because I feel like you've not been feeling great. Yeah. And that is hard sometimes, you know, because then you do know, it's reminding you and stuff like that. But their aim is to try to get you. I feel like you're in a funk or something, like you have been. And what they're really trying to come through with today is to lift you up. That you're okay. I feel like there's kind of like a cloud over you. And they don't want that for you. Okay, well, that makes sense, doesn't it? I'm glad they came through for you. So, I'm sorry. Okay, I feel like one of them, something with the throat or breathing or maybe a lung issue. Excuse me. Oh, hold on, guys. Okay, let me try again. Now I can't verify for the... There, did I do good? Don't turn off my live. Okay, 2 had lung cancer. Okay, so they're definitely here with me. And I feel like they're kind of jockeying for position, you know, like they're each trying to take a turn and get in here and jump and tell me something. And they're like, April, keep up, damn. Is that resonating for you though? That would have been their attitude now. And was your older sister, was she like also second mama? And I see now too maybe why they were impressing about really babying you, because you don't feel well. So I feel like the boys are trying to make you laugh, your sister's trying to get you soup, you know, like, and like you're a main focus for them too, because you are there by yourself. So they are sending you love and they're sending you healing. And spirit can do that. You know, I know a lot of people, it's according to your backgrounds and faith. You know, some people pray to saints and things like that, but our loved ones, if they would have done something for you in life, don't you know they would do it 10 times that in death, in spirit. So, you can always ask your family, your loved ones in spirit to help you. Say, I'm down bad right now. You know, like, but please send me a good turn of fortune. Send me some better health. You know, and they'll do that, because every one of us has guides and your angels, and you have this spirit team. Each one of us walks in this life with a multitude that you just cannot see, and all you have to do is ask them for help, and that's God. That's the whole thing. But there is your free will. So you have to ask for the help to receive it. Okay. So that connection to your parents, though, in life, when they were still living, did you help care for them? Well, I understand that as somebody who's sitting here doing it in front of you. And that's a main message today with the first spirit person that came through for you that's kind of connected to that house is you're not crazy. And what I do, we can all do. All I do is practice at it. And you have to be willing to feel a little crazy and a little nuts and just, hey, it is what it is. But, it's not, you're not talking to yourself or, I don't want anybody to spiral down some, kind of rabbit hole of whatever, but you get a sense of knowing. When you smell something like that, when you smell cigarette smoke and nobody's smoking in front of you, that's not your mind conjuring it. That's you just picking up on what's happening. Okay, I wonder if your mom then, Melody, is kind of stepping forward and to say thank you for that. Was your mother more, I feel like you and your siblings, and when y'all got together, it's raucous, it's a party, it's a good time. Y'all could maybe be loud and boisterous. Was your mom more quiet? A little more reserved, a little more... Her energy just feels softer to me. Okay, so she just kind of sit back. I can feel the longing from you and what you had already said, that since you've been sick, you talk to them, continue to talk to them, continue to ask them for help and to make their presence known, because you've got a whole host of people over there who want you to feel well, who want you to know that they are still with you and love you, and that I know it's tough, and they know it's tough. Yeah, unless you got real rowdy. I feel like y'all get a little bit rowdy, but in a good way. And it is this. I so appreciate you letting me read for you, because your whole crew here are good people, just good people, and had a good time in life, and that's what it's about. And that is part of the message here too, is you're still here for a reason. And just as I told Amelia, where you're at in your life, whether you're 18, 19, about to graduate from high school, or you're midlife like I am, or wherever you are, they are still learning through your eyes, they're still living through your eyes, and you're here, and you still have living to do. So they want you to know that, to keep going, and that you are going to have a joyous reunion when you do cross on the other side, because and they're getting the party room ready for you. They'll have it ready, and when you cross the other side, it'll feel like it's been but a moment since you last saw them, and that's what's so beautiful about it. But it's no time soon. Keep them in your heart. Keep talking to them. Look into your own abilities. Look into taking classes and things. That's something I hope to do kind of later down the road and teach people, because we all have these abilities. We all are born with these senses. We are all spirit that come down into a human body and live a life. And so if you practice and you work and you tune on it, and your stuff's already just naturally, you have some strengths there. So let those times that you smell the cigarette smoke, it may be bittersweet, it may make you miss them some, but it's also a reassurance that they're still there. And Melody, catch me on another live or something. We may try to focus in on your dad. I just want to keep it moving to try to get to some more people before my time is up. But he's there. It's just, you've got a lot of people, but I appreciate you letting me read for you, and you've got a great family, and I'm sorry you feel sick. I hope you are better soon. Happy Valentine's Day. All your raucous family is sending you their love. They're sending you, some healing, and just like I said, just acknowledge. And when you hear or smell those things or see things, Just say, hey, I know that's you, and I love you because they love you, okay? Thank you so much, Melody. Spirit coming through really, really beautifully today. I don't know if I may not just start doing, just kind of Fridays and do once a month, because once I get the website revamped and I add these readings, like I said, I want to still balance it and offer free readings kind of as a pro bono stuff, because it doesn't matter what your rates are. Sometimes people, you're just in a spot where you can't afford it, and I understand that, but you may really need a message too. So I appreciate you again, Melody. I hope you feel better soon. I hope this was brought you peace today, because I really enjoyed connecting with your family members. You got a good group, and like I said, keep the S name in mind. Maybe Sally, maybe something else, but she's looking out for you too. She loves your energy, so I know that you're doing the right things. Okay. All right, everybody. I think everybody seems to have the gist in here. If you're interested in a reading, I just want your first name. We'll see who comes through for you. We may try to tune in like I have for the other people and specific people, and just see where we go from there. Try to reset a little bit. And I just go where I'm pulled. I don't have a list that I'm working from, because I'm just kind of letting Spirit drive this bus, And there are people that kind of need to hear things, and I let them guide me where to go. Yeah, did I see Brandy? It gets going so fast sometimes. Brandy, yes. Okay, so Brandy, are you still up for a reading? Yes, okay, great. All right, you guys. I do ask that when I go into a reading with somebody, if we could just slow down the comments, that'd be great. I'm not really paying a lot of attention to it anyway, because I'm just trying to connect on that side. Brandy, as I ask my spirit guides to bring your loved ones in spirit closer, I ask that you do the same. You can simply close your eyes, take a deep breath, just send out that love and gratitude to those that you've lost, and ask them to come close to you now, and just kind of feel that warmth in your chest, that connection that you have. As you're doing this, as you're calling out to them, you're making that kind of love connection reforming, and it just helps to bring their energy through. And I ask those that are just watching, if you're not getting your reading now, think of your own loved ones, and just on this day of all days, just kind of love is that highest vibration, and it is what keeps the connection for all of us. So who is here for Brandy? It's funny, my writing changed. Immediately that how I'm writing was really small, so I wonder if this person kind of wrote like that. Very, very nice handwriting, but just all of a sudden it just didn't feel like me doing that. So maybe this person had a certain style of handwriting. Or it could have been somebody who liked to handwrite notes and letters. All right, so I'm reading for Brandy right now, you guys. Welcome in. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. All right, Brandy, who do I have here for you? I felt pulled to, like I'm a lady, and I'm looking out of a kitchen window, and I feel like I'm watching children play from that window, the sink, and then just kind of looking out. This feels like it would have been like a mother or grandmother energy. And now my handwriting's changed again, so. If your mother or grandmother has passed, this seems like somebody who would have watched you as a child. Somebody who definitely was a caretaker for you. Okay, your mom. So your mom has passed. I get that when you were a child, like there's such fond memories there for her. I feel like she really liked being a mom. She was really good at it. I feel like she's, very nurturing. Sorry, guys, that stuff goes off. She was, yeah. She feels like a real sweetheart. Brandy, is the name Barbara, is that any connection? I don't know if that's not her. That just came through so clearly, and I don't normally get names, so I don't know if that's someone connected to her. I feel like she was very hands-on, I'm just hearing, quality time. And did she have a very, her natural speaking voice? Would people remark on it? Like, was it soothing? I just get this kind of, and guys, just bear with me. I'm going to get weirder and weirder as I go. Because I just get this kind of sing-song quality, or just, or it could just be, when you spoke to her, if you talked to her about things you were worried about, like she just had this kind of calming influence or manner about her that just, made you feel better. Okay, very self-centered. All right. Okay, Barbara, we'll see what that came up for. I feel like she was kind of your rock, like this kind of anchor. That's the word I keep trying to find. You feel a little bit lost since she's passed? Because although she was soft-spoken, she was this force in your life. She was this steady, true thing that you could always count on. Okay. Would she ever brush your hair? Or something about hair. I don't know if that's something she used to do. Like she would really brush or braid your hair, do things with your hair, or you have felt somebody touching your hair. Because I just feel like you spent these, and that's why I said quality time earlier, like this one-on-one time with your mom recharged your batteries. Simply being in her presence, it just felt, I just think I'm just kind of riding that wave of the love that you shared for each other, that she, just things were right in the world when Mama was there. That's just the feeling that I get. Okay. Because that's just what it's just so beautiful, and I'm so thankful to to everyone here today, like letting me channel your spirit people, because I get a glimpse of that. You know, I get a little bit of the life that you shared with these people, the memories that you have, and yeah, just that kind of gentle, you know, loving thing that we only get from our moms, you know, that you just, and there's not a replacement. When they're gone, how has she been gone for a while? Because it simultaneously feels like to me, though, that it's been a while, but then it feels like just yesterday. And because I just still feel like your energy is just like, you know, like how were you operating in the world, you know, without her still in it? Okay, so it's not been, all right. So it's coming up on a year. So it does feel very tight. That's just, I'm gonna, if you guys feel like, oh wow, that's cool that she knows that, I'm just as amazed, okay? Because what spirit, who sits down, and I say sit down, but I know that you're not technically in front of me, but it tickles me every time, because they know exactly what they're doing, and I'm just trying to help facilitate it. I feel like that's a big anniversary for you, and that, yeah, you've kind of been a little rudderless since she's been gone, and that she doesn't, of course, want you feeling that way. Do you have a daughter as well? I feel like she's bringing my attention to her. Your mom just has this very, just, like I said earlier, what our strengths are in life are that much more magnified when we pass. And your mom's heart and capacity to love, and just exude that warmth and comfort is just, she has just so, like, as she's transitioned over, did she have a lengthy illness that led to her eventual passing? Brandy, I've been lost in my own thing. The yes is to what part? Did she pass from a lengthy illness, or just how I was describing who she is? I'm sorry, I know there's some. Okay, that's, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but that's what I've written down was cancer. And what just, but handled it so gracefully. Handled it so gracefully, so bravely. So, you know, she was a fighter in her own right. You know, I say that you say she fought it, and she truly did. So you were there with her, like, for treatments and things like that? I feel like the connection, do you have just the one daughter? Because I don't know if I'm just talking about one in particular, or you only have the one. But I feel like she's telling me, you know, all that she poured into you, you now turn around and pour into this child. Every step. And she's so grateful for that. I feel like Was there a point where she couldn't eat or drink? Like, did you just took ice chips? I feel like and just put them on her lips, like just doing any and everything for her. Like, I know you're there by her side. I know you've got her hand, but I just get that sensation. Okay, so yeah, she's talking about, and there's so much love for this grandchild as well. I wonder if you wonder, was there, before she passed, was she fully conscious? Because she wants you to know that she knew that you were there the entire time, and that it made her transitioning easier. Okay, sponge water. Okay. I can see why they would show me that. She thanks you for that. The amount of love between you two, it's overpowering. And I feel like you felt like you owed it to her. Like, what wouldn't you do for this woman who's done everything for you? You know what I'm saying? And that the timing where you weren't in the room, but you were, all that you had done for her had helped her. She knew, although you feel lost and you've had your struggles with it, she knew you would be okay. And she didn't want you sitting there and having that image in your head of her taking her last breath. Because she wants you to remember, I think that's why that first image came to me of probably you playing as a child. That's what she sees, that spirit, that, you know, that real essence of who we all are. When we were our freest is when we were kids. And we didn't have all the world's junk laid on us yet, you know, and we didn't know, oh, we needed to worry about somebody talking about us or this, that, and the other. And she, you know, she just sees you as that pure soul that you are. She is so grateful for what you did for her. And I feel like, are you and your daughter very close? Because I feel like you're getting that back. Melody, that tracks with some of the people I have on the other side, so I get you. Thank you for sharing that. She wants you to make sure that, you know, you have that, you still have that bond with your daughter, and you will continue to be close throughout the rest of your lives. So lean on each other, lean on that. She is here with you. I feel like, are you planning to do something significant for this 1 year anniversary? I don't know if you're doing something in her honor or in her name. Okay, for her birthday. She's honored by that. She is such a sweet soul. And where everything is just so kind of elevated and lifted. I feel like she's a very kind of evolved spirit, and I feel like that's who she was on earth. And she came here to teach a lot of lessons, and I think you learned from her and other people in her life. She kind of had a bird's eye view even going through it. I feel like this would have been a woman of faith, and that ultimately And though she has transitioned and passed out of the physical body, you know, she's free and she is okay. And so much more energy now, and like this fullness to her, you know, that where her body had been restricted by the cancer and had taken things away from her that maybe she loved to do. And she's been fully restored. Yeah, no, she's wanting to, she is so good. And that's what I think, just more than anything, the overwhelming is just this love and peace, because that's what she's emanating, is like, sweetie, I'm good. I am all the way good. I am so okay now. I've been fully restored. I am not what happened to that body. You know, we kind of discard the body once we've crossed over. It was like a vehicle we had, you know, and some of us are coming in on 4 flats, you know. Some of us really rag them out through life. Others is a little more pristine, you know, and but it is still just that. It's something we shed, and who she is and soul and spirit is perfect and perfectly well. And she comes through today because, yeah, having that kind of North Star in your life, you not having it, you've had to adjust. You're going through a transition with that. But she keeps bringing up your daughter. So it's, you know, throw yourself into the role that you play in her life, because she needs you. And you're that North Star for her. And you've learned from the best. You've learned from a very, very good mama. And you are a very good mama. And she is very proud of you for that. And she just, again, sends you so much love and gratitude for what you did for her in the physical. Thank you for what you're going to do on her birthday. If you go to visit her graveside in April, I'm seeing something about roses or flowers. She just wants you to know that you may drive there, you know, and mark the occasion, but she's not there. She'll ride with you there, and she'll be in the car riding back with you, okay? But she's not stuck there. It just, again, I just can't express to you, I cannot put into words how much love this woman is making me feel for you. So she loves you. She knows that you love her, and you showed her. And there was nothing left that needed to be said. You had a very beautiful relationship with your mom that, you know, not a lot of people get. So remember to continue it with your daughter, and that is what your mama's saying. That is what you do already. And lean on each other. It will get better with time. It won't be the same. Your life, it's been shifted, but you're going to continue to get better, and your mom is with you. And she is so good now. So I appreciate, Brandy, you letting me read for her. Do you mind sharing what your mom's first name is? Teresa. I just want to thank her. Thank you, Teresa, because just so much. Yeah, and I hope this starts to make each day a little bit better for you. That is her aim. You know, and to let you know that she's good. She's good. And she's with you. So thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you, Teresa. I don't know who Barbara is. I don't know if we got an aunt or somebody over there, but keep that in mind. You may, if you talk to a family member about this reading or anything, just keep it in there. And send your love to your daughter from your mom as well. It is just so much love. And thank you so much for what you did for her. And like I said, I feel like you felt like you didn't have an option. Well, you know, what else would you do for her? So thank you so much again. And guys, y'all, it's Valentine's Day. What was that? I'm just doing free readings, and maybe I should do a thing like, I don't even know. Like, yeah, I personally, I have, Cash App, Venmo, things like that, but I don't know how all that works. And what I'll eventually do is I will be doing paid readings. But I do at least maybe once a week. I want to continue to do the free readings just to balance things out. Just kind of resetting and letting that energy move through me. I set my intention today before I went live, because it's Valentine's Day, that real healing would take place, and that whoever sat for me, would really feel love from the other side, from their loved ones in spirit. And I think that's been happening today. So I so appreciate that. All right, I think everybody gets it. You're putting in your first name if you're interested in a reading. All right, my eyes being drawn to. Let's see. It'll scroll one more again. Okay, there's somebody, it's Felicia, but is there two Felicias? That's what I'm trying to... Okay, there's Felicia Cheyenne. Yes. Okay, so Felicia, bring you down here. So Felicia, Cheyenne, didn't catch that. So are you still interested in the reading? Okay. All right, Felicia, let's see. I just ask that as I ask your loved ones in spirit to draw close, that you do the same. Think about those who meant the most to you. Hold them in your mind's eye, in your memories, in your heart. Send them love, send them gratitude for the roles that they played in your life. You're kind of sending out kind of this bat signal, this, bright light, so that they're able to connect with you that much more clearly. So who is here for Felicia today? I feel like, Felicia, for you, like you are this very bright, bubbly person. So I know that I have, like, your energy is coming through very strongly. I feel like there's a man stepping forward. I feel like this was a handsome guy, good-looking man. Like, well put together. And I'm especially drawn to his hair. Dressed well. I don't know if he was a hunter or some type of outdoorsman. Okay, you're not. Let's see who this is. Comes in quite dapper. Yeah, and I appreciate those that are commenting, just while I'm with somebody, just kind of slow the comments down. I'm not really going to see them anyways, guys. I'm trying to connect with Felicia's people. So you're not making a connection yet with a man in spirit. Would have been good-looking guy, stylish, dressed well. Feel like he did something outdoors. Now, I don't know if that was his job or he was like a hunter, like to spend time outdoors. He feels protective of you. And do you have a partner? Are you in a relationship with someone who had a buddy, like a friend, pass? So, okay, let me just make sure, Felicia, because I know I'll throw stuff out there and then I'm not really sure what people are responding to. So you are in a relationship with somebody and this could be his friend. Okay. So this person would have passed pretty young. And are you married to this person, or are you just like in a committed relationship? Like, I feel things are serious with y'all. And that this friend coming through was a really good friend of his. You are married. Okay. So your husband and his friend, would they go out like, you know, that kind of typical guy stuff? Like, I don't know if we went out like mudding or whatever, like, you know, when you get in the Jeeps or trucks and you're just riding around it just feels like really stereotypical kind of macho dude stuff that we were doing, you know, like. Did he know him since childhood? Like, were they childhood friends? Like, I felt like they were pretty close. They were really tight. Childhood friends. Okay. So they hung out in some capacity, but I don't know why I'm getting pulled so much to kind of like these outdoorsy type things, but I could just be misinterpreting what he's trying to show me. Has this happened recently, like in the last year or so? Was he a part of your wedding? Okay, no to both. So it's not been in the last year. He wasn't a part of the wedding. Well, okay. Well, let me ask you this. He wasn't a part of the wedding. Had he passed before or after you got married? And then that'll probably help me interpret what he's trying to let me know about the wedding. Okay, so it was after you guys got married, but you never met him. So funny how spirits will take, like, okay, we've got Felicia right here. We're going to send in her husband's friend. I've asked him, like, you know, especially since you don't have a direct connection with him, what is it he needs your husband to know? Was this some type of accident or accidental type passing? Yeah, let me let him finish just trying to say this and we can reach out for. Because is this, I feel like there's with your husband, And then I don't know if this is something he shared with you or not, but it feels like this is just something you need to pass along to him, that this guy's okay. And he doesn't bear any, like, men sometimes aren't the best with telling us how they feel about things and may hold stuff in. And I think your husband just needs to know he's okay. And there was nothing he could have done. All right, I'll leave that with you. I'll ask him to kind of step to the side here. Felicia, give me the first name of the person that you're wanting to self-inflicted. Okay. So that's just his biggest thing is that he's okay, and that I don't know, like I said, what your husband is shared with you, what may have just gone on through his mind, like maybe I should have seen more, I should have been aware, could have said something to him once or something. So he doesn't want him to have any guilt. He does take full responsibility, and he just took this opportunity for you, to pass that along. That'll make your husband feel some better, that he's good now, and he's kind of going through his own healing journey there. Angela, okay. Is Angela. Let's call Angela up for you, Felicia. It's interesting. I'm not, getting what the immediate connection is, but it gives me like, she feels like somebody older than you, but I almost want to say like big sister energy. There's I feel like she could have had like a tough exterior, but once you got to know her, you knew that she had a heart of gold, but she may not have let everybody get totally close to her. Okay, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Just more that at first, just kind of get the energy before I get the full. I'm trying to feel like, because she's not fully stepping forward for me. Is this more, I feel like this woman, she didn't mess around. Like, she said what she said, and she meant it when she said it, and, and if some people couldn't handle that, well, that was on them, and it's not that she was coming from a mean place, she was direct, and a lot of people can't handle direct. Is this more your grandmother? I wonder if the big sister energy at first, are you a lot like her, Felicia? Because I feel like it's been said. All right, hold on. So, okay. I got the yes. Now, was that just, I was saying she didn't mess around, she was direct. So, it could be, we're talking about two grandmothers here. Angela, and then you have grandmother Rosalie. I feel like you come from a line of strong ladies. And if you couldn't handle it, that's on you, okay? Because they were about business, so. Your mama's angel. Okay. Is Rosalie Angela's mom? Okay. Yeah, they may be kind of... So, okay. All right. This is where I try to connect the dots here. So, your mom passed when you were a teenager. So again, I wonder, are you like the carbon copy of her or something? Like you have a lot of her kind of looks and mannerisms, like it's, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to separate. I just felt like one of them, so whoever passed from something with the head, like this may have been an accident, or it's just something like I feel... There's like a wooziness, a sign where my head just feels kind of swimmy. Well, they're definitely there together. And I feel like you have this Spitfire energy, and they're proud of that. Like they like seeing this kind of energy continuing on in the family. Like no time for it's funny, it's like they're trying to get me to say something in particular, but like not for the weak. Like you've got a steel spine, you know, you set your mind to something and go for it, and that you get that from them, the strength that they've given you. So with your mom's passing, was that something, I'm trying to connect this kind of head feeling or whatever, that was sudden? And I can see then why I would have, although we're looking for your mom, your grandmother comes through, because you had that role from both of these women, both playing that mother role. I wonder if that was them coming through too, talking about part of the wedding. Sometimes the messages, whoever, they're all here for you, and I'm thinking I'm with one person and somebody from the back is shouting, hey, this, you know, and I'm thinking, oh, this person's saying it. What did you do in honor? Did you do something in your flowers, in your bouquet or something, or on you to honor both of them at the wedding? Okay, come on, baby. Where did the cancer affect your mom, Felicia? So that's no to, you didn't do something at the wedding that kind of included them, so to speak. Okay, so that's where the wooziness in my head was. Okay. Just trying to place that. The sudden part that I feel like, you know, sometimes spirit will slip out of the body well before the kind of passing. And I think towards the end, your mom kind of may have been doing this kind of in and out type thing before fully transitioning. I feel like growing up, though, your grandmother, Rosalie, would have, like, she kept your mom's spirit alive. Like, she was still talked about. She was still felt, you know, some people, someone passes and people don't really mention them. But I feel like your grandmother really kept her spirit alive. Like, she telling you stories about her or making sure that you know, you had that connection still to her. I know your mom had passed before you got married. Had your grandmother passed as well? Because I'm just trying to, I just feel like then they're just letting me know they saw it. They were there. And I feel like whether you knew it or not, it seems like they influenced you in like the dress you picked or the flowers, that something. Like, you may not have consciously known that, but Spirit has this subtle way of kind of guiding us. And, you know, you'll look at something, I don't know, I'm not feeling that. And then you see something like, oh, yeah. And that they kind of have these ways they can subtly nudge us. So I feel like they're. So your grandmother just recently did. But it's like they keep bringing that up. So there's a reason about that. I mean, it goes without saying they thought, you know, you were beautiful and had this moment, but so of course your mom there, I think she's wanting to bring my attention like to the guy that you're married to. Like, she's wanting to kind of give her stamp of approval. I feel like, yeah, your mom could be feisty because I feel like she's saying, like, yeah, she's picked a good one, but he better be good to her. You know, like, had she met him in the physical, it would have been to, like, you know, don't screw around here. Don't take my daughter for granted. Don't, you know, like, you know, she would have been on him, but it's because of how protective and loving she is of you, and she wants you to have this partner, you know, is a partner and is supportive and all. You're not gonna be with somebody who tries to run all over you. So she's, you know. Do you guys already have kids, or is that something you're talking about? Okay. Yeah, she's. I feel like they definitely visited Grandma before they got here to you. Like, you know, she got to hold them first. And then sent those little souls down. She's happy for the life that you've created for yourself. And I don't know if, because your mom passed in your teenage years, if those years were especially like tough for you. But you really came through all of that, and she's very proud of you. You know, that sets some people down the wrong path. And you know, you just, that along with the help of your grandmother, I wonder in the living, would your mom and grandmother, were they very similar too and kind of could butt heads at times? Because they both seem like very strong personalities to me. You feel like you're a strong personality, and that you are strong women. So sometimes, of course, there's going to be a little, but they're laughing kind of now and like arm in arm and like, we're good, don't worry about us, And like I said, they seem very close. Like there's like decisions and things that you're making that they are trying to help guide and influence you. They're bringing me to something happening big for you in like the next 6 months. So I don't know. Let's see, what is it? February. So we're talking about August. Unless there's a birthday or anniversary in August, it's like she's bringing me into the next 6 months. That there's something. And it's like calls for celebration. Okay. So she's still just making that connection to him. It's funny how your husband's friend came through first too, so it's almost like they used him kind of as this entry point. I feel like there's something you're wanting to ask her specifically. To Felicia, is there a specific question you have for your mom? I just feel like there's something you're wanting to know, like, and if you don't mind sharing it in the comments, it's fine. We can, but I feel like there's something in particular you're wanting to. And she knows that. And I like her. I like both of them. I like your mom and your grandma. They're like spicy. I like them. These were not boring, flat personality women. You'll continue, just as I spoke to, I think Brandy, or you're continuing their legacy and the love that you have for your children. And she wants you to know on those days when things kind of feel overwhelming and you're busy and, you have 3 kids pulling you in all kind of different directions, that to remember your heart, and you're doing phenomenal. You're doing a great job. And I feel like there's some bedtime routine or nightly ritual. I don't know if when you go to sleep, all right, just making sure I haven't missed something from you, Felicia. I don't know if you read to your kids or when you just lay down, at night and you kind of go through your prayers or who you're thinking about. But I feel like there's, your mom especially comes through at that time and is there, and her presence it feels really strong. I feel like she visits you in her dreams. Your dreams. Because she's still walking with you through life. And there are still lessons that, and I don't know, I can't even begin to tell you that I know the ins and outs of how these things work. But what I understand is there's, especially coming from a parent, situations and stuff that you go through, there's still guidance coming from them on the other side. So she wants you to know that she's walking with you, that she's still there, and helping to guide you. And like when you have big time decisions and things coming up, think of her, ask her to come close, because she's lending you her strength. Okay, I see now the question you asked. Is there some question about him trying to be careful with how I say this, like him giving her too much medicine, or trying to like help ease her pain or make this transition? I feel like there's some question in the family about that. I feel like his intention, what I get from your mother is things were already in motion. I mean, she was passing at the day and the time and the hour of which she was going to, and that whatever your dad did from his perspective, although it may not have been what needed to be done, like he didn't do anything that made it any worse, and from his perspective, he was trying to help. Does that make sense? Like he thought he somehow was trying to take this pain from her. But what I'm saying is ultimately that didn't lead to her crossing over. Those wheels were already set in motion. So is your dad still living? Because it feels like there's some guilt or something around this, and it just feels like from your mom's perspective, you know, these things were already happening. Sometimes when people have these kind of extraordinarily difficult challenges they go through, they temporarily kind of make, decisions that we don't agree with, but their heart was still in the right place. So again, I just feel like your mom, she admires what you're doing, admires like the kind of mom that you are, the kind of energy that how you're carrying yourself in this world. So know that she sends you nothing but love. Your grandmother sends you nothing but love. I know you said that about your husband's birthday in August, or the 6 months, but don't be surprised. I think you've got some interesting, some exciting stuff coming up in the summer, and they want to make you aware of that. And again, they're with you. They're walking with you and enjoying watching these grandkids grow and just who you are in the world. So I thank you so much, Felicia, for letting me read for you. Again, pass that message to your husband from the friend. He took ownership on that. So even when we know there's really nothing we can do in situations, sometimes we still hold on to guilt. So some of the, and let your husband know too that he passes mom's test. Okay. So you're good. You chose well. I thank you guys so much. It is Valentine's Day. By the time I get to the end of these, there's so much energy that I've read and stuff that I'm just tongue-tied. But I want to thank you all again for stopping in. Right now, my plan is maybe, a week from now, next Friday, 3 to 5 East Coast time. I may pop on Wednesday, may do it twice a week or something. I'm still just kind of playing things by ear, and a lot of times it's up, spirit makes me feel a certain type of way, and it's like, no, get up and do it now. So, hi Tracy. But I would say right now, for sure, next Friday, I'll be on here again for 2 hours doing lives. I know they went a little longer today, but the intention that I set beforehand was, hey, since it is Valentine's Day, I want the people who get a reading to really get true healing and feel the love from their loved ones in spirit, because that's all there is, guys. It's that. It's the love that connects us. We do not die. This body goes away, but our soul remains. And with all this chaos, all these things going on in the world, you can rely on the fact that none of it will ever kill the love that you have with these people and the connection that you have, and that you are an eternal being. So I ask that you just take that today. If you don't have a romantic partner or anything, love yourself. Spirit loves you. All your people are with you. If you knew the multitudes that you walk with every day, you walk in with your head held high, because that's what your ancestors and your guides and your loved ones want for you. Thank you so much, Anana. And yeah, I definitely catch me on here. I try. I've not read the same person twice, so I'm not doing that. And eventually I'm updating my website, so I'll have paid readings and then try to balance it out with still doing this. But I just hope you guys have a beautiful day, and do know I have my own things. I'm perimenopausal. My emotions are up and down every 5 seconds, it seems. But if you can just hold on to this fact that you are from love, you are so loved, you will return to that love. You know, that's a piece that we can all have. So I thank you. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Friday. God bless you all. And I will see you again here at least within the week, maybe even earlier on Wednesday or something. But bye for now. I love you. Bye.